So today we're going to review the 2008 R32. Most people would assume it's just another average front-wheel drive VW, possibly a GTI or maybe even a Rabbit. Some would even say this is a rare car with only 5,000 being produced for the United States market. So the reason they call it the R32 is because of the 3.2 liter V6 engine, and it has the all-wheel drive system from an Audi. Equipped with locking differentials and what they call Haldex Performance. It also has these useless bits that come out of the front of your car and spray it with blue water. So then you have to spend your time wiping it down and drying it all off. So you must remember not to wash your windshield while your headlights are on, or else you'll get the double wash. It has a long list of modifications, including a custom coilover suspension, spacers in the rear to give it a wider stance, with tires that have an unusual tread wear pattern. This one's been fitted with a custom exhaust. It also has the mud flaps of a rally car. It comes with oversized disc brakes all the way around, along with blue painted calipers. It has custom touches that give it character, like black scuff marks along the bottom from running over cones at the autocross track. And yet still, this car also has the convenience as such features: no touch boot lid opening, plenty of storage space back here, and you have your little tray. So we'll go ahead and move on to the inside. The interior has a Formula One inspired steering wheel, with the R32 logo and number letting you know that it's a rare car. So this model is fitted with a European light switch and a European glove box, even though we're in the States. It has paddle shifters like a Ferrari. It has the launch control system out of a Nissan GTR. Folding the rear seats down reveals scaffolding like the Porsche GT3. Yet with the R32 you get the full interior with back seats and heated front leather seats. So while sitting in the back you have your two cup holders, climate control, and here in the rear seat you have this little door that opens. So you have an armrest here, pretty good. Or you can open it even more, in case you need to access the scaffolding in the back there, make any adjustments or changes. It has a custom front lip that was shipped in from Europe. Stickers on the windshield to indicate which tracks it's been on. It says R32 here on this little logo, but when you seem to open it up, everything is for a Touareg, EOS, Rabbit, GTI, Passat. Let's go to part 2. 51st GTI. Tips and advice for your GTI. Controls and equipment for your GTI. Technical data for your GTI. So I mean, that's really useless, you can throw that away. So we took our keys to the R32 and handed them over to our tame racing driver, the Stig, to see what he could do. But first we had to find some worthy competition, including some of the most expensive Porsches and BMWs. Almost all Porsches, really, and then we threw in a GTI for a good comparison, along with a Corvette. Each car was given 3 laps to set a time and penalties for hitting cones. A lot of the cars were modified also, making it even tougher for the R32 that was priced much cheaper than any of the other cars there. The BMW put in a very respectable time of 20.352 seconds. Many of the cars struggled to stay on the track, and some went off, damaging their front ends. This Corvette was damaged so badly that it could only put in 1 lap and set 1 time because the front end damage was so bad. So after the crash, we walk over to survey the damage. It doesn't appear to be too bad, although there is some damage to the front light and the fender liners missing. And it appears the Camaro may have some damage too. The guy's bent over looking at his car. So back on track, and the Porsches are still struggling to stay out of the dirt. And for the most comparable car there, here comes the GTI to set a lap time of 23.5. Alright, so enough wasting time with those cars. Let's get on to the R32, what we all came here for. Nice exhaust noises, but no reason to push it here on the warm-up lap. The timer hasn't started yet. And here you can see the cones that you have to navigate through on the back stretch. Now we'll go on board and ride along in the R32, and the Stig said it was so safe that he didn't need a helmet. And hit a cone on the first timed lap. Appears to be some scraping there, not sure if it's the fenders on the wheels or the splash guards on the ground. Nicely through the cones there. And interesting enough, the R32 did have a puncture in the tire after the event. Amazing exhaust noise and throttle control through the corner. You cannot be any more perfect going through these cones at that speed. Just superb driving on the Stig's part there. That's almost a penalty for the camera hitting the cone. So there you have it, 20.4 for the R32. And so we have the clipboard with all the lap sheets from the day and the lap times. So we're going to transfer those over to our big board and take a look at where the R32 ranks and the price of some of the cars on the list. But first, one more look at the Stig's driving, and I mean, you can't get any better than that. So here we have our list of lap times from that day, and you can see the Corvette did set the fastest lap time, but it has a lightning bolt next to it. Not because the track conditions were wet or it was raining or lightning, but just because it was just one miracle lap that he set and then wrecked his car. So just by a miracle, the Corvette ended up at the top of the list. That's why the lightning bolt's there. And then going down the list, you have the Porsche, very expensive car, another Porsche, an M3. And there's very little time separating all these cars. And then you have the R32 coming in with the 20.426 and the lowest price of all the vehicles there. WRX STI 2017, that came in right behind the R32. So, you know, more all-wheel drive competition. The Evo had some good laps here, but he hit a couple cones, so those laps were ruined. And for comparison, at the bottom of the list, you have the GTI. So check back every week for new R32 modifications, track day events, motocross, and more.